I'm Logan Dunsmore, and this is my Bulldog story.
In the course of a week, I was told I looked like Steve from Blue's Clues went to prison. A lumberjack desperately trying to fit in with millennials. Wolverine's gay son. And a pervert.
I'm a student in the Ferris State Plastics program, but I'm better known on campus as the local comedian. Did most of my growing up in Arizona, probably up to my sophomore year of high school. Then we moved to Michigan. Watched a lot of stand-up, like Comedy Central with my dad, hearing some words that I probably shouldn't have. First time I ever did my own stand-up, I believe it was summer of 2015. I was working in Columbus at the time. First time in kind of a bigger city, and they had a bit of a comedy scene. It's just something I always wanted to try, and once I kind of found out that, there is a kind of a scene for it here, I started going out to just local open mics. Bombed way hard. Everyone bombs when they start, unless they're just some savant. Really, I just came for a bunch of punishment the first couple times I got on stage.
I'm so awkward around girls, and I've always been that way. So in high school, what I did to kind of remedy that was I thought, I'll become a lifeguard. Because no fancy there being I'll save a girl, we'll fall in love, and that's how it's supposed to work. The biggest problem with that was pretty girls know how to swim. Wasn't count on that one. Who doesn't? Old people and kids.
I'd say probably the best moment I've had in stand-up in general. Of course, it had to have been opening for Nick Offerman. I had that opportunity to actually interact and open for a professional, and then to be able to perform for an audience that I couldn't have drawn in here myself. They weren't there for me, but not only is it a big audience, but it's an audience of my peers. There's girls I have crushes on in the audience. Honestly, it felt like I scripted my own life at that point. When somebody's just making up a story about themselves, and it's just and at the end everybody clapped for me, Only that happened, that actually happened.
So one day, there's the pool's really busy, a bunch of pretty girls everywhere, I'm on edge, I'm telling myself, just be cool. That thing cool people never say to themselves? Because I'm okay, be cool. And then I see in the deep end, this kid's struggling, and so I'm thinking he's drowning, so I jump in the water, I swim over to him, I grab him, and he's like, what are you doing? That question drowning people never ask?
I always kind of knew I wanted to get into some sort of engineering because good job placement, good pay. Another thing I had to consider was I have a little brother with autism who is not going to be able to support himself. Austin is probably the most important person in my life, if I'm being honest. He's one of the most genuine people I've ever met in my entire life. One of the reasons I enjoyed stand-up so much is just because one of the things he just loved was me being able to make him laugh. Was always a big part of my day whenever I got back from school. He would listen to stand-up with me, really just spending the time and just us laughing together. It's truly some of the better memories I've ever had in my entire life. And so when my parents are kind of become unable to care for him, a certain level of responsibility is going to fall onto me. So one of the things I had to consider when I came to college was I needed something that guaranteed me a job and could put me in a position where I could be able to provide for him financially. One of the programs that I found really matched that criteria was, of course, Ferris's plastics program. The plastic professors are, I truly believe, some of the best professors on the campus. Not only are they knowledgeable and have real practical experience in the field, a couple of them are actually still doing some stuff in the industry on the side. Each one really seems to go out of their way to develop a relationship with the students. There's not one professor in there that doesn't know my name. I think I'm really looking forward to graduating and getting my diploma here from Ferris. I've recently accepted a job offer from a company in Milwaukee that I interned at. Really, I'm just looking forward to thriving in my career and pursuing stand-up as my nightlife activity. It's just something I really love, and I don't know if it's going to be something I pursue down the road. All I know is that I like making people laugh, and I want to keep doing it.